What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Will's Luna reveal makes Katie and Bill cry, and Brooke's wedding ring makes Thomas go crazy. As the Spencer tells his parents that Luna is still alive, Luna boasts to Remy about raping Will in the Bold and the Beautiful. In addition, Ridge rides to Brooke's aid after Thomas attacks her. Thomas continues to confront Brooke at Forrester because he wants her to permanently leave their lives. She won't kidnap his father once more. Eric is laughing and telling Ridge how pleased he is for him across the hall. Ridge is concerned about him and how it will impact Taylor, Steffi, and Thomas. She'll find someone else, Eric shrugs. Ridge reiterates that he is concerned about Thomas, making it very evident where the story is headed. We are reminded of Eric's mental health problems and his anxiety over his reaction upon learning that Ridge and Brooke are married. Thomas, in the meantime, accuses Brooke of planning his mother's suffering while blaming his father. He exclaims, "You're married to my father again?" when he notices the wedding ring on her finger. Thomas swears that this isn't how the narrative ends and becomes obsessed with his mother having her heart torn out. Brooke is mistaken if she believes it does. Completely incorrect. Just saying. Interesting word choice. Across the hall, Thomas is still complaining about the Insta-wedding while Eric congratulates Ridge on landing the affection of the woman they both slept with and married. He doesn't believe her when she says it was his father's idea. Brooke tells Thomas that he must accept her and Ridge together for his own happiness. Will tells his parents what? He and Katie are shocked to learn that Will is attempting to inform them that Luna is still alive and that he was only with her at Bill's house. Katie foolishly looks for proof that the person who shot Liam is the same Luna Nozawa. Will nods. She was saved by her grandmother Lee. It gets worse, Will says, his eyes as wide as dinner plates. It becomes much worse. They argue about Lee's assistance to Luna until Katie recalls Will's statement that something worse is going on. It has to do with what happened in that room after the party. Will sighs. Bill demands to be filled in as Katie suffers. After giving him the lowdown, Will identifies the girl who sneaked in as her. Luna and I shared a bed. Katie exclaims, "Oh God! What will Remy think of Luna's irrationality?" Luna begs Remy to let her know that she can rely on him for support while she is at his house. Remy tries to comprehend her desire for Will Spencer, who is also aware of his existence. She argues that she didn't intend to shoot Liam or her grandmother as they get to work. She simply needs to keep quiet for a little. She begs him not to turn her away when she most needs him, and Remy writhes. Remy wants to know how she did this because he believed she was dead. As a survivor, Luna simply shrugs. Remy isn't sure he wants to get engaged with her concealment. He is informed by Luna that she had already shared a bed with Will. After his celebration, Remy finds out that she went to bed with a very elated Will. Proud as a peacock, Luna boasts about raping Spencer and breaking into the party. When Remy learns that she was wearing a mask, he is shocked because he assumed he was with his girlfriend. According to Luna, she wants to give him something more as well, something that would strengthen their relationship for the rest of their lives. The last scenes. Bill and Katie yell, scream, and curse at Luna at his house until Will stops them to tell them how he found her in the flat. He put the pieces together when he saw the mask. He and Luna shared a bed. Brooke tries to persuade Thomas that they are all a single, happy family in Forrester's design office. Naturally, Thomas says he will not tolerate this, and the argument intensifies as he refers to her as the Valley's slut. Thomas gets himself into a real rage as he drones on. As Thomas rants in Brooke's face while grabbing her by the shoulders, Ridge interrupts. Thomas yells at his father for once again putting his family through this as Ridge shoves his kid back. "Dad, say you're not doing it." Although The Bold and the Beautiful has never shied away from heartbreaking confrontations, twisted revelations, and emotional chaos, the recent developments involving Will Spencer's shocking confession, Luna Nozawa's insane boasting, and Thomas Forrester's spiraling rage push the soap opera into a realm that destroys every family. As the plot develops, the audience looks on in shock as each character is compelled to face their innermost regrets, fears, and unfiltered emotions as secrets break like glass under pressure. Will Spencer eventually comes to the realization that he can no longer keep his secret to himself in the Spencer estate. He informs his parents, Bill Spencer and Katie Logan, that Luna Nozawa is still alive, his voice trembling, his face pale, his eyes wide with fear. As they struggle to comprehend what their son is saying, both parents blink in shock. Bill paces with clenched fists, demanding clarification, as Katie clasps her chest and whispers, "That's not possible. Not only is Luna alive, but she was at the mansion the night of the party," Will insists, his voice breaking. As the seriousness of his words sets in, he drops the real hammer. She was in his bed, she tricked him, and he didn't understand until it was too late that it was Luna, not Elektra, behind the mask. Tears pour down Katie's cheeks as she gasps as if the floor has collapsed beneath her feet. Bill's eyes sparkle with rage and desperation as his shame at not protecting his son fights his protective instincts. Bill and Katie both start crying publicly as the weight of the news breaks them, their grief leaking out in equal parts anger and sadness. Luna is hiding away in Remy Price's apartment across town while the Spencers fall apart in their house. Luna boasts about her relationship with Will while pacing restlessly and exuding frenzied energy in every utterance. As she boasts about sneaking into Will's room, taking advantage of his inebriation, and stealing a night that was never hers, Remy looks appalled and flinches from what she has said. Remy's mind is racing and his stomach is churning from the sounds he's hearing, but Luna insists that this indicates she and Will are meant to be together, pressing closer with crazy eyes. Insisting that what others perceive as assault is, in her opinion, fate aligning, she transforms her hallucination into a love story. Remy, who now understands he's providing sanctuary to a dangerous lady on the verge of darkness, is appalled by her arrogant tone and smug smirk. Luna dismisses his criticism, claiming that Will change his mind, that Katie and Bill will never comprehend, and that she overcame everything, even her grandmother's anger, since she was destined to have Will. Meanwhile, another tempest is brewing at Forrester Creations. Thomas Forrester corners Brooke Logan in the design office after she recently got married again to Ridge Forrester. His jaw is clenched and his eyes are burning with anger as he stares at her hand-sparkling wedding band. That tiny circle of gold represents more than just love to Thomas. It is a dagger to his heart and evidence that Brooke has once again displaced his mother, Taylor Hayes. He verbally lashes out, accusing Brooke of planning Taylor's heartbreak and mockingly claiming that every accident, disaster, and rescue has been nothing more than Brooke's manipulation of events to take Ridge away. His roaring voice echoes the nasty remarks his grandmother Stephanie the slut from the valley used to make as he hurls obscenities at her that date back decades. Thomas won't listen to Brooke's attempts to persuade him, stating tactfully that Ridge proposed on his own initiative and that she never coerced his father into anything. His rage erupts as he snatches her by the shoulders, shakes her, and yells in her face that he will never allow her to ruin his family once more. When Brooke sees how far Thomas is falling apart, she screams and tries to push him away, terror shining in her eyes. Ridge is in the CEO's office across the hall with Eric Forrester, who is congratulating him on regaining Brooke and laughing heartily. Although Eric's joy is genuine, it doesn't match Ridge's discomfort. Ridge acknowledges that he is concerned about Taylor, Thomas, and how quickly their family's tenuous stability may be destroyed by this remarriage. Eric dismisses him, stating that Brooke is Ridge's fate, that Thomas will adjust, and that Taylor will go on. However, Ridge can't get rid of the nagging anxiety in his stomach, so he runs to the design office when he hears heated voices coming from down the corridor. What he sees chills him to his core. Brooke fights against Thomas as he clings to him, his face twisted in rage. Ridge quickly pushes Thomas away, taking up a defensive stance in front of Brooke. Thomas yells, "Dad, tell me you're not doing this again." As he glares at his father, his chest heaving and tears of wrath flowing down his cheeks. "Say you won't break us up again." Ridge's voice is firm as he orders Thomas to stop now, but his heart breaks seeing the boy he once held now consumed by grief and resentment. With her wedding ring shining in the harsh lighting as though mocking Thomas's destruction, Brooke holds onto Ridge, shaken yet unbreakable. A symphony of suffering is created throughout Los Angeles by the juxtaposition of these two storylines. The Spencers disintegrating under the weight of Luna's disgusting revelation and the Forresters collapsing under Thomas's rage. While Ridge and Brooke prepare for Thomas's escalating rage, Bill and Katie weep not only for their son but also for the innocence that was taken from him. Love has been militarized and transformed into something that hurts rather than heals in both families. There is still a lot of fallout. Will's admission could lead to court cases, public outcry, and retribution against Lee Finnegan, who covertly shielded Luna when she ought to have been held accountable. Luna's carefully crafted illusions might come undone, particularly if Remy stops allowing her to do so. Thomas, too. Ridge might be forced to choose between supporting his son, keeping what's left of his broken family, and protecting Brooke as a result of his spiral into obsession. However, for the time being, the audience is left with two eerie images: Thomas yelling in the Forrester design office as Brooke grabs her wedding ring like a lifeline as Ridge protects her from his son, and Katie sobbing into Bill's bosom as Will shakes with guilt over what Luna did to him. These scenes perfectly capture the essence of the bold and the beautiful, entangled loyalties, real human emotion, and the terrible price of betrayed love.